Squid Game Season 2 BTS moments that make us love Thanos even more. Squid Game Season 2 ends without anyone winning the big prize of 45.6 billion won. But there's a clear winner when it comes to who won over viewers' hearts. Choi Su-bong, aka Thanos, Choi Seung-hyun, who went by T.O.P in the boy band BigBang, may have been a jerk, but more importantly, he was also very funny. With his distinct purple hair and multicolored nail polish, he lives up to his rat name, which harkens back to the big threat from the early era of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He lives up to his villainous moniker by pushing people to their deaths during red light, green light, and threatening others to vote to stay in the game, putting more people in danger each round. In Squid Games, Thanos certainly has a dark side, and that goes for the actor who plays him too, having been previously convicted for marijuana usage. However, that darkness quickly dissipates when you check out some of the behind-the-scenes footage from the making of the second season. Despite the terrifying nature of the series, it looks like everyone's having a blast while shooting it, especially Choi. Sadly, Thanos is dead by the end of Squid Game Season 2, so unless there are flashbacks, we likely won't be seeing him again. That's alright though, as fans can see a little more of Choi's fun character in these various clips and photos. Thanos' little run. A new wrinkle gets added to Squid Game in Season 2, where the players can vote after each game to determine whether to leave right then and there and split the winnings they've accumulated amongst themselves, or keep going to try to win more cash. This quickly leads to divisions and existential crises within some of the contestants who want more money, but also don't want to put their lives on the line further. At the center of all this, there's Thanos, who continually votes to stay in the game after losing all of his money in a cryptocurrency scam. Netflix Korea released a blooper and behind-the-scenes reel showing off a new side of Squid Game, and in it we see Choi Seung-hyun cast one of these votes. It seems to be the very first round of voting following red light, green light, where he presses the button and does a celebratory motion. In the episode, right after Thanos votes, he's interrupted by Seung-hyun, Lee Jung-jae, who tries to convince everyone else to vote to end the games. However, that doesn't happen right away in the clip. So after Choi Seung-hyun gives his little woot, he runs amusingly over to his side. There's a good chance Choi knew his goofy little run after voting wouldn't be used, since Jae-hyun enters the picture shortly after. There's also a clip afterward of Choi turning around to look at Jae-hyun speaking, which is what wound up in the episode. Still, we wish there was at least one scene in Squid Game Season 2 where we could see Thanos running, because it's pretty adorable. Thanos is a very animated character. Some could argue this made the character the worst new addition to Squid Game Season 2 because he almost seemed too silly to be a genuine threat at times. However, one does have to respect the level of commitment Choi Seung-hyun maintained to make Thanos seem like a real person at the very least. Unlike the more grounded characters, Thanos uses a lot of hand gestures and sudden movements, and at one point in Netflix Korea's behind-the-scenes footage, we see Choi working on his moves. He walks in a semicircle around the dormitory, and if you listen closely, you can hear him mumbling his lines while working on his gesticulations. It's neat to see the actor's process, making sure his lines coincide with an appropriate movement. It's also a little funny to see Thanos behaving so quietly when he's ordinarily the loudest character in whatever Squid Game scene he's part of. But we appreciate the commitment to the craft and the work Choi put into ensuring that anytime Thanos was on screen, audiences were captivated by his every move. Thanos learns his handshake. The behind-the-scenes video has a lot of alternate takes and footage of Choi Seung-hyun practicing his lines, but we get our first genuine blooper during the pentathlon. Before the game starts in the show, everyone needs to break up into groups of 5. Thanos has his eyes set on Sammy, one giant joining his team because she's very attractive, but she'll only do it if he also takes her friend, the meek Minsu, Lee David. Despite Minsu not being perceived as cool, there's an intriguing fan theory suggesting he's actually a VIP. Thanos still welcomes him to his group by bringing him in for a hug and saying, "Welcome to the Thanos world."